are really having a good nappy, aren't you?
My dog is beside me, snoring her little heart out if you aren't picking that up on the camera. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jessie. I do bookish lifestyle and planning content here on YouTube. And today is a bookish one, and it is my July and June wrap up as well as my August and September TBR. This one's a long time coming, but June and July wrap up. So I've been reading Nurture. I'll insert photos of all of these novels or books, which is a birthing book, a pregnancy book that I highly recommend. And it's by Erica Cheedy, I think is how you say her name. And she is a birth and postpartum doula. This book has been so helpful. I've been just following along with each trimester. I got this book in my second trimester, which I'm a little sad about. I wish I got it in my first, but it's been extremely helpful just going through the process, reading all of the things, gathering as much information as I can, because to me, my outlook on pregnancy and birth is if you're uneducated, that's when panic and fear set in. I like to be as knowledgeable as I possibly can. Obviously, I'm not a professional. I don't know all the things, but as much knowledge as I can intake about things, then I'm happy. I don't want to be surprised by procedures of, if vaginal birth doesn't go well and we go into an emergency C-section or cesarean, if you will. I want to know what that process looks like. I want to know what's going to happen, and asking as many questions and reading from professionals as much as possible is what I've been trying to do, and just educate myself as much as possible, because again, to me, when you're not knowledgeable and you haven't done your research, even if it's not something that you want, that's when fear and panic set in. If things don't go well, okay, well, what are our other options? Knowing what could possibly happen and what my options would be, I wouldn't trade that for the world. So, book, highly recommend. It's wonderful. All right. I also read Beautiful Demons by Sarah Cannon, the first in the Shadow Demon saga, where we follow a young woman who hasn't had the best luck in her previous foster homes, and she gets sent to this home, and it's kind of her last chance. She has powers that have been slowly getting out of control, and when she moves to Peachville, things start to go a little crazy. There's some mysterious people. A cheerleader gets murdered and the murder's pinned on her, so now she has to clear her name, and it was just really, really good, and I can't wait to read the second one in the next 2 months. And then last was The Broken Eye. I am almost done this novel. I've been reading it for so long. It's been in every video for the last few months, and I'm finally almost done it, so that is wonderful, and I am super, super excited to be almost done that. So that's my wrap up. Nothing super crazy. I read what I wanted to. Those 2 novels, again, June and July were extremely busy for us. The chips fell where they fell, and I just went with the flow. That's kind of the story of my life these last few months, and the next few months is just go with the flow. Let the chips fall where they may. So August and September TBR, finishing Nurture, because as I said, I'm reading that book as I go through this process of pregnancy and birth. So that'll be finished this month in August, hopefully. Inner Demons, which is the second installment to the Shadow Demon saga by Sarah Cannon. The Wrong Pucking Date and The Wrong Pucking Man by C.R. Jane, and they are books 3 and 4 in the Pucking Wrong series, which are a bunch of standalones but with crossover people. They follow a bunch of different hockey team members that are part of a university hockey team. I don't want to say anything The Wrong Pucking Number is the first one, and I absolutely loved it. The Wrong Pucking... what was the second one? I don't remember the second one. I love these novels. They're fun, they're fast, they're quirky. They're not toxic, I guess you could say. Obviously, there's misunderstanding. There has to be conflict within a story somewhat, but they're not toxic. They are definitely work throughable, and they always end with a happy ending, so that also makes it nice. I don't know how labor is gonna go, but I'm gonna bring the trusty old phone, and I have Kindle on there, and hopefully I'll be able to get some reading done. That's my plan. There's nothing crazy to it. I suspect once baby gets here there will be little to no time to read, so I didn't want to pile up the things for the last 2 months and the next 2 months. I just wanted, you know, here's what I want to read, what I want to finish, and if it happens, it happens. If not, it's not a big deal, because we're about to end part of our journey and start a big new chapter in our lives, so it's just very go with the flow. That is my June and July wrap up. August and September TBR. We're combining some months because it just makes more sense to me. I will update you guys at the end of September book-wise, unless there's a book that I want to do a review on, which there isn't at the moment. But I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself doing these wrap-ups and TBRs every single month, especially with baby on the way. So this was kind of a way that I could compromise, and hopefully you guys like that too. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!